You know that person who always fixes everything? The one you call when your phone breaks, your life falls apart, your relationship is confusing, or your motivation disappears? Yeah, that person isn't just good at solving problems. They're wired differently. And if you're someone who always ends up being that person, the fixer, the helper, the one with answers, you're about to feel very seen. Today we're breaking down the psychology of people who know how to fix everything, the ones society calls reliable, but psychology sees something much deeper. Here's the thing. Most people react to problems emotionally first and logically later, but fixers, they flip that. When chaos hits, their brain doesn't panic, it activates. Instead of why is this happening to me, they think, okay, what can I do about it? Psychologists often link this to something called problem-focused coping. It means your instinct isn't to sit in the emotion, it's to solve it. And that makes you incredibly valuable, but also incredibly burdened. Because here's where it gets complicated. People who fix everything often learned that role early. Maybe growing up they had to be the responsible one, the one who kept things together. The one who didn't get to fall apart because everyone else already was. So they adapted. They became calm in chaos, useful in crisis, reliable under pressure. But somewhere along the way, they stopped asking, who fixes me? There's also a deeper psychological reward happening. Fixing things gives a sense of control. When life feels unpredictable, solving problems creates certainty. It turns confusion into clarity, helplessness into action. And for many fixers, that feeling becomes addictive, because as long as they're solving something, they don't have to sit with their own unresolved thoughts. Here's something most people don't notice. People who fix everything are often extremely observant. They pick up on patterns others miss, small changes in tone, subtle emotional shifts, hidden problems before they fully appear. That's why they seem one step ahead all the time. It's not magic, it's hyper-awareness. Their brain is constantly scanning for what's wrong and how to make it right. But there's a cost, because when you're always the fixer, people stop seeing you as someone who needs help. They assume you're fine, strong, unshakable. So you become the person everyone leans on without having anyone to lean on yourself. And over time, that creates a quiet kind of exhaustion. Not physical, emotional. The kind where you're tired but can't explain why. And let's be honest, fixers struggle with something most people don't talk about, letting things stay broken. They hate loose ends, unresolved conflict, problems without solutions, because to them, everything feels fixable. So when they face something they can't fix, a person who won't change, a situation that won't improve, an outcome they can't control, it doesn't just frustrate them, it unsettles their identity. Now, not all fixing comes from strength. Sometimes it comes from avoidance, because focusing on other people's problems is easier than facing your own. Solving someone else's life gives you purpose without forcing you to confront your own uncertainty. So the real question is, do you fix things because you love helping or because it keeps you from looking inward? Because one is growth, the other is escape. But here's the truth. People who know how to fix everything, they're not just problem solvers, they're stabilizers. They bring calm into chaos, clarity into confusion, direction into uncertainty. And in a world full of noise and reaction, that's rare. Still, even fixers need a moment where they don't have to be the strong one, where it's okay to say, I don't know what to do. Because being the one who fixes everything doesn't mean you have to fix everything alone. So if you're the person everyone calls in a crisis, the one who always finds a solution, the one who keeps it together when everything falls apart, you're not just helpful, you're wired for responsibility, awareness, and control. But don't forget, even the strongest systems need maintenance. Hit subscribe if you relate to this, and tell me, are you the fixer in your life, or the one always looking for one?